What is up guys, Andy Forrest Team Runner here and welcome back to another race vlog of 2021. Today is the day of the Hereford 5K. So there we go, we have made it to Hereford Racecourse, ready for the race. Now, bit of a dilemma. So we've had the best week this week in terms of weather for summer. It's been beautiful. And I thought to myself, this is the time where we're going to use the Saucony Endorphin Pros for our first race. However, the one piece of rain that's been forecast this week is right now. The roads are slick, and you guys know the weakness of this shoe is it is slick in the wet. So I really don't know what to do. I really am desperate to race in them. So what I'm going to do is do the warm-up in them, and if they're okay, happy days. If not, I've got the Next Percent here as well. Not the Next Percent 2, just my original pair of Next Percent. So we're here, we're parked up, excited to get a good race under our belt. It's 6 o'clock, we've got 45 minutes to go until race time, so plenty of time to go and mingle, say hello, do a decent warm-up. We'll do the Tin Man warm-up and then we'll get rocking and rolling in the race. I'm not going to take the camera with me today, hopefully get someone to film, which would be great. So yeah, fingers crossed, we'll see how we get on. All being well, our old PB will be smashed, 16:58. That was from 2 years ago. Unofficially, it's 16:34. We'll see how we go. My back's been rather bad this week. If you want to know a bit more about that, check out the training series that will be coming out on Sunday. I've been suffering with a bit of a bad back lately, but other than that, we will see how we get on. I'm just excited to race. I cannot wait. 45 minutes to go. Let's do this. So there we go, race. There we go, race done. I have the medal. I have finished. It was an absolute sweat bath. I'm actually going to go home before even giving you my thoughts, and then I will give you my proper thoughts tomorrow. I am absolutely knackered, but it was worth it. We did it. We got an official PB, not the quickest time we've ever run, but technically an official PB. So I'll see you tomorrow to give you a proper lowdown. Okay, so there we go, race done. It was all a little bit of a rush last night, so I do apologise. It's now the next day, but it's given me a little bit of chance to think, a bit of chance for clarity. We can go through things. So last night was fantastic because races were back. And before we dive into any of this, just a massive thanks to Hereford Couriers for putting on a fantastic race. All the volunteers out there, they make these races happen. I really, really appreciate it. And just to get the chance to race again was great. It wasn't a result I wanted, and we'll dive into that shortly, but it was nonetheless a good solid result. So let's start off by saying we ran 16:45. So officially it's a PB. Our last PB was 2 years ago at 16:58. So I got a PB. However, in time trials in multiple occasions, I've run faster than 16. I think it was 16:44 officially. The results came out this morning. So naturally, I'm disappointed, and I'm going to be disappointed. I'm going to allow myself to be disappointed. Yes, there were a lot of factors last night that meant a lot of us out there didn't run our best. A lot of us ran under par. Some of us ran amazing. Lee, a massive shout out to Lee, 15:49. Ran a 5:09, 5:09, 5:02, and then 4 something for the last 0.1 of a mile. Insane. But Lee's one of the minimal success stories that I heard last night. Lots of us suffered. It was extremely hot this week in Britain. I think I said to you, it's been crazy hot, and last night was no different. We did our Tin Man warm up as a group, and I was sweating buckets. My heart rate was through the roof in that, and I knew it was going to be a tough race. I hadn't run a 5k in ages. There was lots of factors there that I thought this may or may not go well, but there was no excuses. You know, I'm not going to make an excuse. I ran what I ran, and it's the shape that we're in. We're coming off the back of marathon training in week 3 now of half marathon training, and I guess this shows me the shape that I'm in. Yes, there are factors there like the weather that maybe I'd run quicker, or I'd like to think I would run quicker if it wasn't quite so hot and humid. My splits ended up being 5:16, and the goal was to go out at 5:16, between 5:15 and 5:20, and then cut down, but I couldn't handle the pace, so I ran 5:16, 5:30, and then 5:33, and then I can't remember what it was for the last bit. So it was a 5:26 per mile average overall, meaning we came in at 16:44. So yeah, it was just kind of one of those races where I knew as I ran the first mile I felt really, really good, really, really strong, but then as I came through the second mile and started going up and around the second loop of the course, I just started to struggle a little bit, and I just started to hold. But the thing is, the really strange thing is, despite the fade, despite the positive split, I was still overtaking people. I did not get overtaken once in that last mile. I still felt like I was running relatively strong. It wasn't the worst fade in the world that I'd ever done. I was running relatively strong. The only person that overtook me in that last mile was Corey, and that was on the home, that was just coming into the home stretch. And I still managed to finish 3 seconds behind him. He pulled away a bit, but I just kind of held my own, stuck with him, behind him, and just ran. And other than that, we just kept passing people. And so I'm not that disappointed in that respect, but I am frustrated with the time. I know I can run quicker. I know I've got better in me. So yes, it was a little bit of a whirlwind last night. It was a little bit of just madness, getting the cool down done, getting home, trying to get showered and everything before baby went to bed. We managed it, we survived, and it was all good. Just grateful to be racing again. So this is another stepping stone in the half marathon training block, and another race is coming up in 4 weeks time, the Gloucester 10k. Again, not a PB attempt because it's a fun course, lots of twists and turns, a bit of canal path, but it's going to be just good to get out and race, and that's what I want to do this summer. It's going to be hot. I never race well in the summer with PBs. Heat, as Chris said, is my kryptonite, and I totally agree. I never race well in the summer. My PBs tend to come in the autumn, so heat is a poor man's altitude training. We grind through the heat, we work hard, and hopefully in autumn we'll see some of those times tumble. So that was the Hereford 5k. Once again, massive thanks to everyone at Hereford for putting that on. It was brilliant. Massive thanks to you guys for supporting. I'm grateful to get another race under my belt and smash that one out of the park, and we move on to the next. So stay tuned for the training series at the end of this week. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, like the video, share it with your friends, do all that good stuff, and I will see you on the next one. Until then.